So we will begin with our first unit, that is introduction. The very first topic is what is algorithm. So as we know, an algorithm is a procedure to solve a problem or a particular problem in a finite number of steps for a finite sized input. Means our input should be finite and the number of steps which are taken to solve that problem, that is also a finite. So an algorithm can be classified in various ways. What are the various ways? So there were four various ways: implementation method, design approaches, and other classifications include many other methods. The classification of algorithm is important for several reasons. Now we have to know that what is important to classify the algorithms. There were several reasons for organization. Means it is necessary to organize a particular data, and second is problem solving. Third is performance comparison. Means in this we will compare our performance, that we are growing or decreasing. Reusability, we will reuse the method to get an output or get a result for a particular problem. And research. So very first is implementation method. So classification by implementation method. So there were three classification by implementation method. First is recursion or iteration. Second is exact or approximate. Third is serial or parallel or distributed algorithm. Classification by design method includes a diverse method. The very first is greedy method. What is greedy method? Choosing the local optimum without thinking the future consequences. In this method, we will not think about the future consequences. We will just choose the local optimum which we will use to solve a particular problem. Divide and conquer, as the name suggests, dividing the problems into subproblems and solving them recursively and then recombining. Dynamic programming. Dynamically decide whether to call a function or retrieve value from the table. Linear programming. There are inequality in terms of input and maximizing or minimizing some linear functions of input. Reduction, transform and conquer, backtracking, and branch and bound method. These all are the methods of design method. Now we will go our next, that is design approaches. So design approaches is divided into two parts, that is top down approach and bottom up approach. As the name suggests, top down approach. A large problem is divided into small sub problems and keep repeating the process by decomposing problem until the complex problem is solved. I think the words are very clear. Bottom up approach. The bottom up approach is also called reverse of top down approach. Different part of complex program is solved using programming language and then it is combined into a complete program. Now our last, that is other classification. Randomized algorithm, random choices for faster solution. Classification by complexity, classified on the basis of time taken to get a solution to any problem for input size, time from complexity analysis. We will analyze the term complexity. Classification by research area. In computer science, each field has its own problems and needs efficient algorithm. Branch and bound enumeration and backtracking used in artificial intelligence. This is the very first topic of our unit 1 introduction. Now the next topic is time and space complexity, which we will discuss in our next video.